in between the blocks, filling nearly 4 miles of joints and making the dam one solid, impenetrable object. If the dam's face is not perfectly sealed, grout can leak out. So before they pump the grout, one team ensures that every joint is watertight.
So on this joint right here, this is watertight. But there are other areas, for example, over there, and over there, where there's still open leaks in the joints.
Yani sonra su testi yaptığın zaman arızalar tamam meydana çıkıyor. Dolayısıyla biz de bunları böyle tamir yapıyoruz.
To prevent grout from leaking from the joint, their dam
It's heavy. It is awfully heavy.
into some of the toughest rock on Earth. Causes shear stresses between the dam body and the rock face, which could crack the bedrock and weaken the dam. So to prevent that, crews are binding the concrete to the bedrock. They drill through 40 feet of rock, then inject high-strength grout where the dam meets the mountain, fusing the two together. In all, they're drilling almost 4,000 contact points every 10 feet along the entire dam body. This is the biggest drilling operation in the country.
How you doing? I'm Danny.
Gökhan.
Gürkan. Gürkan, you were very...
Here is your trivia answer. China is home to more than half of the world's 48,000 large dams. The Çodu River in eastern Turkey is one of the fastest flowing rivers in the world, moving 2 trillion gallons of water from the Mesçit Mountains to the Black Sea every year. The challenge for engineers of the new Dariner Dam is that nearly 85% of the river's annual flow rushes down the valley in just 3 months.
Intuitively, we think of rivers as consistent flowing bodies of water, but in reality, they're not. Take, for example, the Çodu River. Now, in the summer months, this thing is like a whitewater rapid, but the rest of the year, it shrinks to about 1/10 of its size, which is a problem if you want consistent energy from an inconsistent resource. However, hydroelectric dams have solved that problem. You see, in the spring months, when this thing is rocking and rolling, they create a huge stockpile of potential energy, essentially allowing the city to have power on demand. So in a sense, this reservoir and dam function like a gigantic rechargeable battery.
Engineers plan the reservoir to store a maximum 500 billion gallons of water. But if the engineers built the orifices at the base of the dam, 600 feet down, where water pressure is highest. When opened, 1.9 million gallons of water a second will shoot through the orifices at 120 miles an hour. To contain that pressure when they're closed, crews are building 2 sets of orifice gates. 8 individual gates on the dry side, and on the reservoir side, a single 30-ton steel door. The massive door is raised along 700-foot-long steel rails that crews are now installing 50 stories off the ground.
Check it out. So this big, thick, angled steel are basically